All right, so today's video is about we're trying to create a frame for Talking Head. The goal is to create a more cinematic, moody frame. So let me just walk you through the setting I'm using. 12%, I think 12% is still a lot. I'm gonna have to turn it down. I know that, but for right now, 56, we're keeping it at that. And hopefully you can see the entire frame. All right, so the goal is to create frame right here. This is what I want to create. Lights, just the accent light, practical one right in the back. I like colors in my frame. That's who I've always been. I enjoy colors, so we're gonna keep that colorful. I also have a desk light that I have just turned it on. BenQ, if you want to know what kind. And our goal is to create frame for this corner right there, okay? And hoping that I can keep the camera right here. All right, so let's do that. Oh, here you go. So this is our tripod. It's okay, if you know anything about photography or videography, you know what a tripod is. I don't need to tell you. One of the best money I spend on a tripod. Now again, if you don't need it, don't buy it. It's not necessary. But if something you are serious about, I would suggest you get it. It's worth it. Okay. Bright Tangerine, also worth it. Super pricey, but what can you do? Alright, so I'm gonna move the camera so we can see it. Okay, I hope you guys can see this better. I'm hoping. Okay, good. So, okay, I got a better idea. Let me move this toward me for right now. Alright. I'm gonna have to switch the color. I have this light, but it's alright. We're matching 5600 Kelvin with both of those. Okay, so we're good. I hope you can see the FX6 over here. All right, so that's our FX6. This is what I'm using. I'm using Sony's 28-70 2.0. Most of the time when I do Talking Head, I normally use Cine lenses. This is one of my favorite. It has everything you need. 10 years ago, you think about these lenses being even a thing that you can hold it was impossible because Jesus, they cost stupid amount of money. Anyway, we live in a world where Cine lenses are attainable for anyone, and the build quality is amazing. So, well, this is not video for RS Prime, but just this is what I use. But we are making Talking Head myself, so it's really hard for me to track, and I have this habit of moving backward and forward, so it would be really hard for me to do this. So we're gonna put that right here. All right, so this is FX6. We are using, as I say, 28-70 2.0. It's one of the really good lenses. The color from it, I really love. It's a bit sharp, but it's a photo lens. What do you expect, right? Okay, so as right now, I'm using small ring battery. Just 99 because it's easy to fly. I have Anton and Wooden, this battery adapter thing, which is really nice. I really love it. Also, we're looking at Teradek. When I bought it, I was like, I don't know, man, it's too pricey for this, what it can do. But after using it for a little bit, I don't think I can go back to DJI or anything. Anyway, all right, let's turn on this camera. Also, we have is, see, this is my receiver. I have rigged it so that's cold mount Anton. So it looks something like, one second here. Connected it. See this, and I have it so you can turn. I'm gonna turn this on. And we're gonna turn monitor on. I'm gonna turn this on. And let's do this. I truly enjoy how simple, quick, and easy the connection Teradek carries from transmitter to receiver. You don't have to do much. It just does it automatically. And if you turn both of those things on at the same time, the connection is flawless and fast. Like what I mean is it's already connected, as you can see it. Anyway, all right, now our goal is to create a frame that would make sense. Okay, so I am going to move this here. Okay, let's see. Wait, can you see it? Okay, I don't know how, but if you can see it. Okay, so I have the camera FX6 right here. All right, I have it there, and the goal is to create a frame. Right here. So the frame will show that length and that little bit of this. I'm gonna move this just a bit. So let's see. Okay. Sorry for that break. All right, so let's talk about this again one more time. I was telling you that. All right. So as you can see, by just moving this light, and again, I have it angled this way. As you can see, this part is blacked out, so it's not lighting me the edge of it, very edge of it, lighting me just a bit. That's all that's happening, and it's giving me way less shadow on this. I like way more shadow. Wait, what? Oh, this side. Okay, yeah. And that's what it looks like if I remove it. As you can see, way more moody. Now what we can do is, if you want, we can move this light instead of being so close to us. We can move it a bit. I'm gonna do that just to show you guys what it looks like. So we're gonna move it just a bit to I'm gonna show you where I'm moving it so you can see it. We're gonna move this frame just a bit toward us right here. Okay, let's see. That's the thing I'm doing here. Okay. So now this one is more toward. All right, so now the light is more toward, as you can see, it's lighting my other side of the face bit, and it's still, now I can add a little bit more light here and make this happen. You see it? It's just, okay, let me show you. So it's pointed toward the camera, not toward me, but it's still giving me just a bit. That's good happen. Okay, all right, let's do this. I'm gonna put this here, and goal is to create some drama. Okay, so, you can, now, I've always been one of those people who love colors, so that's what I'm used to. I enjoy it, and that's why I do that. But here, let's look on what that light does. It creates, switch this so we can add, let's see what that looks like. Adds kind of red. All right, so now the problem becomes is what are we gonna do for my hair light? All right, there's not much happening, so my goal is to use this little one and see if I can. My goal, so I can use that from behind my head. So let's just see if it separates us from where we stand. Not as well as I like, so it's kind of low than what I want it to be. So I'm gonna use what I have. Also this, instead of that, I'm gonna use the directional grid, which will create better light, stronger light, and it will keep it as, it's right here. Let's see. So if you notice right here, you see this light that you see coming, that is my hair light. Now, obviously I could have created, put an arm over here or something to hold the light up, and then came from like this side to right here. Would have been much better. We don't have room here to do that, so we're gonna go with what we have. Light right here, angle. We're using this DJI mic cover, mic case to do that. As you can see, this is our frame. The light is soft. I can touch it. Now, let's say you are using this entire frame. right? I'm doing vertical, so as you can see in the vertical, you can't see that. I hope you see those lines. But let's say if I was using the entire frame to do something, goal would be to remove this light from the frame. I would just add a little bit to push it backward. But while I say that, I also want you to understand some of the new studios I've been looking at. And when I say new, I mean Netflix. I don't know if you can see that that's a new studio, but Netflix has been notorious on their documentary to actually showing the lights, like key lights with the grid and everything. And I enjoy that. I like it. All right. So this is where I want my frame to be. Now, if this was documentary and I was talking, so when I would remove all the clutter that's in the back that you can't see, I would add something that makes sense, that represents maybe what we are doing. Let's say if it was about videography, I would add a lens. I would add something that would make sense, and let's see, makes sense right there. And I would add maybe a shelf over there, right here, and put a couple lenses or extra cameras if I have. And that would create a good frame for this. Now, this looks very normal for talking head. Looks pretty good. I'll be happy with it. Again, this is for social media. They're not doing this for documentary. So for me, I think it's a pretty good frame for where we stand. Okay, all right. Now, this is where we are. As you can see, all right. To make this frame even better, let's say you want to do something that makes it look good, then what's coming right back there. So we are trying to avoid, now the ideal thing would be if I can move this and only part of it shows up. Now the frame has more structure. I'm going to keep it right here, put that lens right there, so it doesn't show so much of this. That's my goal. Here we go. We're happy here. Now, if you want to even push a step further, right? Again, we don't have so much room here to do all this. We're gonna. Okay, so if this is, let's try. Sorry if I. All right. So this is Storm ADC. I promise you probably heard this from anyone, so I don't need to tell you, but this light has surprised me more than anything has ever surprised me. So let's, okay, I am thinking maybe, oh wow, okay, that is, all right, so that accent is, I can't see it, sorry. So we're gonna do something that you haven't seen. Let's see, going on the trees, and my goal is not to let, okay, you know what, actually, believe it or not, I'm happy with how this looks. Take what it looks like with the greatest shots. Okay, all right, so I'm gonna show you what this all looks like. I'm gonna kind of, all right, so let me actually remove the camera. Okay, so, all right, so what we have done is we have this light, that's the Storm ADC, as you can see right there, okay? And it's putting out that little strip, and that's something I'm a fan of, okay? What else we have done is we have, that's the, I think it's the Amaran 25C, right? That's what there. We have this little plant over here. It's giving us a little bit of color. I have that IKEA light. We have this red. Red is one of my favorite colors. I have this here, what's creating that little color. And then we have this light. It was lighting up the shadow side of my face. And then we have this key light at 45-degree angle, and this is where it's the tripod. So this is my magnetic work from. As you can see, colors are coming out beautiful. So all right, we're gonna put this back here. Let's lock this and mess it up, and let's see the frame. Let's see, look at this, and this is looking absolutely fantastic. I'm super happy with it. Now, I would guide talent to speak directly like this. We're shooting from the shadow side, okay? We had a little bit of fill right here. This is our 45. Now, again, when I do light, I love the idea of 45-degree. It's great. Everything is perfect. Every so often, depending on the mood I want to create on light, I try to tend to move just a bit. Anyway, that's just me though. And then we have this light that's just putting red over here, creating more color. And here we go. That's the frame. So the question would come right here. I would be talking to, again, I wouldn't have mic looking like this. I would use loud mic, connect to, you won't be able to see it, but it's black and this, so it's kind of hard for you to tell. Okay, so this video was, I did not script it. I woke up and I'm like, oh, you know what, let me just start doing this. I'm still happy with this, how this lens looks here. I am planning on making a video on this lens, by the way, and as well as how to use autofocus, so that something that people would enjoy. All right, we are happy with this. I'm personally happy with this. If I were to use, again, I'm just using the 9:16 ratio, so I'm using this for shorts, so I don't look at the frame outside this part. Like everything outside of this you won't be able to see. So actually right here, okay, everything outside of this you won't be able to see. But if I was using the entire frame, like I said, I would move this bit out. This, I wouldn't use a light, this light, I would use something like ADC, or I would put this light like down. I would put it parallel to the wall so that what it would create is same light, but it would be not standing up. So just keep that in mind. And if you see that reflection in that monitor, I would do two things. I would either have the monitor on with something related to what I'm working on, or I would have something that can block the light. So I would put like a fill on top to just block that light. So see my hand, how it's moving? Something right here above. So yeah. Or what you can do is you can put something right here so the reflection.